Good afternoon, everybody. This has to be the first precast we've ever done where we haven't actually been inside the aviary. Welcome to Squerkington Manor. This is our back garden. Obviously it's our back garden. We'll be standing in anyone else's back garden. As promised, we think we'd try for a wander around. So as you can see, it's another lovely day, and we've got the Rory and Con are both out, and Sophie's out over there. And show you where I've been working for the last few days. This is currently my office. Very glamorous, as you can see. I mean, really, really glamorous. So yeah, let's go for a wander. So this is the this is toward the front of our house here, and so when you look at Sophie's nest, when I put the camera into Sophie's nest, you're sort of looking at this. Ahoy! We're sort of looking at this angle here. Oh yeah, Sophie's been barking at me all day. She's been issuing orders the entire day. We've got a close-up of the catio, including a sleepy tea, I think. Let's change cameras. Hey T. T has been an arsehole all day. He's been annoying, jumping on everybody and beating everybody up the entire day. But now of course, he looks like butter wouldn't melt. And, so yeah, we'll go for a wander. I hope the network's okay. I've turned up the gain a little bit on the access point we normally use because I'm like the other side of the house. So yeah, this is the crow's aviary here. If I sort of pull back and go down a bit, this is the crow's aviary. This is where Rory and Con live. They've obviously gone inside because I've come near their door. But just wander around. Be careful not to stand on any flowers or anything. Oh, hey, there they are. It's weird having a precast not inside, isn't it? Yeah, so there's Rory and Con there, having a flub. Maybe if I change cameras and hold it up close to them. There we are. Yeah, they're not enjoying me being that close. Yeah, quite a lot of flapping. They're quite close to me because I'm wearing the world's loudest jumper as well, which probably wasn't a great move. But so yeah, here we are on the other side of Sophie's aviary. Hey, bird, what are you doing? Cheers, mate. So this is the other side of the aviary. This is the bird. Sophie. And as you see, you get a look at the guest perches from the other side. When I point at the guest perches during precast, that's really loud in my ear. When you look at the guest perches from the inside the aviary, these are the ones I'm talking about. This is the one I normally show you. And if I come the other side of the aviary, this is the other one here. And yeah, nice and flat. And wild fan. It seems like her wild fan prefers, whenever I look out, her wild fans are sitting on this one. But the poo that collects on the floor says that this one is the one that they stay more on. Bird, what are you doing? You busy? I know. So yeah, there's Sophie. So if you wander around a little bit, be careful not to trip over the hose pipe. I know it's a bit like that. It's just like, why aren't you're doing all the normal things, but you're not in here. So yeah, this is the, no frogs yet, but loads of frog spawn. So yeah, so that's the catio, and this is Sophie's aviary here. This is like the outside shot of Sophie's aviary. And we'll go for a wander now. So yeah, the thing is, you see, the Wi-Fi access point is in that room there, which is my workshop. So if it suddenly goes a bit crap, we'll know that we've gone on to 4G rather than my Wi-Fi. So yeah, so if you walk down here, we've got, this is like the back side of Sophie's aviary. And you can see, let me change cameras. You can see here is the extra panel of plexiglass I had to put up because a robin decided that Robin or Robins unknown worked out that he could cram his little head through the mesh and get at her food bowl. So I had to reluctantly put another little window there. So if I zoom in, there's Sophie over there on a nest. Give you an idea of the scale. And yeah, this robins they're super organised. So at this end, we've got our shed, which is slightly dilapidated, it's got to be said, and Big Pond. And Big Pond is a little green at the moment. We didn't know whether the UV bulb was on its way out or something like that. Yeah, it's quite a jungle. We try and keep it like reasonably natural, so like we get more wildlife that way, and that's the thing we're more fussed on. So as I was saying, yeah, now the sun's coming onto Big Pond. It's looking a little bit green, but I've got a new UV bulb coming. Oh yeah, we have frogs in England. Yeah, definitely, we have quite a lot of frogs, and I'm going to take the Wi-Fi point into my own thing. If I walk around the back of the pond, you might just be able to see we've got some frog spawn. There's some frog spawn there in the garden, in the Big Pond. And yeah, so these are our bird feeders here. There's a bird table and a seed feeder, suet feeder, and there's a bowl there to play. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be a breecast without a bit of Biggles, would it, really? Frog to the neck. Frogs are just weird in general. Frogs are just really strange. They're just really odd beasties. Every time I see one or hold a frog in my hand, my brain just sort of goes, what? Don't know about this, sort of thing. So yeah, over here, this bit, we've kind of let it go wild. We've partly let it go wild, and it has gone wild. You remember last year I said we had some birds nesting in the hedge? It was over there in like that corner of the hedge. So that whole bit there we couldn't trim. We couldn't do anything with. So we just sort of like let it go, really. There's quite a few brambles in there, but there are we're going to get lots of raspberries come the summer. Yeah, that's the thing. We're sort of like we realise the garden isn't sort of like picture perfect, really, but it's one of the sort of things that we're prioritising being natural and being nice for wildlife to live in, rather than like having stripes up your lawn and all of that sort of stuff, because that's not really us anyway. We're not really into, we don't really live a lifestyle that would be like a perfectly manicured tiny bit of lawn with stripes on it and that kind of thing, because frankly I can't be bothered, and we prefer it a bit wild. Right, now this is the bit of the garden where I think we might start to lose the Wi-Fi, because it's now the house is way over there. But this is the wild bit at the back of the garden. This is the bit that you keep the stripes on my jumper. Yeah, I like the way I've gone for horizontal stripes to really slim, really make me look slim. Yeah, they do. I mean, we have got a thing to say, like, any brambles past this point get trimmed, that kind of thing. But yeah. So anyway, this is the wild bit of our garden. When I say about the bottom third of our garden, we have officially let go. We've officially let go to like not brambles so much, but nettles and that kind of thing, because nettles are really good for butterflies. There's a whole bunch of native species of butterflies that live on nettles, that lay their eggs on nettles, and that's their entire ecosystem. So we deliberately let this little bit go, just go, really. When you first moved in, when I first moved in, Cheryl's lived here for years, but when you first moved in, we tried to have like a vegetable patch here, but we were continuously fighting with nettles and brambles and that kind of thing. So we just kind of went, you know what, let's not, let's just, nature's trying to tell us to give it up, so let's give it up. Oh, bless, brilliant, that's cool. We've got some pupae in the fridge at the moment. because that's normal, right? That's completely normal. That's what normal people do. Have pupae in the fridge. So yeah, if I stand over here in this bit of the garden, what you've got is this is the remains of the poplar we had to have cut down. This is like one of the places where I get lots of sticks from. We've got our apple tree, our little apple tree, which isn't huge but actually does really well for apples. And it has mistletoe growing in it, which is kind of cool. We've been trying to get mistletoe in there for ages, but it hasn't happened. So if I carry on walking around here, being careful not to bump my head on the apple tree. So around here we're coming toward the back of the house, and as you see, all of this here is just nettles, which is great because soon they'll be really high, and I challenge anyone to jump over the fence into my garden. And here we're at the back of the crow's aviary. You can see we still have many twigs. When people say like, have you got enough twigs for Sophie and the crows? It's like, hell yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, we've got a bench over here in a little quiet corner, which is nice. You know, you have to wade through a bit to get to it, but I will make a path to it once I've sort of worked it out. But if I, so you can already see there's like a little natural path there and that kind of thing. It is nice, actually. It is a nice little chill spot. It's one of those it's one of those places where it's just evolved to be a bit nice and chill and a bit quiet and that kind of thing. It's super quiet at the moment because there's no road noise, because no one's driving anywhere really. You get the odd siren, you get the odd aeroplane going overhead, but mostly it's been really, really quiet. The stick pile is indeed a habitat of its own. We are pretty sure there are hedgehogs living in that, so you can't go too deeply into it, but all of the sort of sticks that I would want anyway are on the top of that pile. Because they sorted it as they were chopping it down. So like the bottom of the pile is mostly quite big logs anyway, so I've got no need for any of that. So we haven't seen any hedgehogs this year, but we've seen quite a lot of hedgehog poo in the garden. So, there are definitely hedgehogs up and about, and we're leaving food out and it's being eaten. So yeah, we're seeing hedgehog poo is quite distinctive in its shape and its style. So yeah, you can 100% tell when there have been hedgehogs. Good to see you, Frank. Thanks for coming. The other thing as well is on this fence, I don't know whether you can see them, but there are a couple of bird houses on this fence. So I might not go down too far down that way, because I'm pretty sure there are robins in a planting thing in a birdhouse up there. The other thing is, I can show you these. One of our hedgehog houses. I built these a while ago, but it's deliberately got overgrown. But in there, you can just about see is the entrance to one of our hedgehog houses, and that is there's a small passageway in there, and it goes into like a little box that's warm and dry for them. And yeah, so like little hedgehogs can grow in there. Grow? What am I talking about? So I've been awake since. It's been a really long day. Who grows? Hedgehogs can live in there quite happily. Growing hedgehogs. What am I on about? So yeah, this is our garden. As I say, I'm walking quite carefully through the hedgehogs. I'm walking quite carefully through the nettles, because it occurred to me that I am wearing Crocs. So, it's one of those sort of situations. But hey, not bad, eh? This isn't a bad little garden. I mean, it looks wild. A spontaneous hedgehog generation. I mean, we've deliberately let it go wild. I mean, it looks sort of like we've, to the untrained eye, it looks like we've just let parts of the garden go. But we are actually sort of like, we're not managing it, but we are sort of like tending to the edges, if you know what I mean. That kind of thing. We are like vaguely tending to the sides. And in here, this, amazingly enough, is our greenhouse. And yeah, we've got a few peas and tomatoes growing there, and we've got a stash of shredded paper that is our emergency cat litter supply. We do have slightly judgmental neighbours, but frankly, I don't care. Fortunately, we've got quite high fences all around, so it's one of those sort of things. Spicy artichokes. So it's one of the sort of situations where they have been made aware that they are welcome to cram it as hard as they like if they don't like my garden, because they aren't in my garden. So, you know, that kind of thing. And there's like little stash of sticks here to mysteriously appear one evening. That's only a little stash though. I've got some more here as well. And yeah, so I've got some grass here drying in case there's any of those. We've got some more sort of like intermediate sticks here. Yeah, frankly, it's one of those things where we've got an understanding really that we don't sort of like, we don't pitch a fit when they have like really loud barbecues and like birthday parties and that kind of thing, and chipped over a paper slab, and we don't kick off when they have like birthday parties for their like 14-year-old boy and that kind of thing. They don't kick off the fact that they might get like a little bit of ivy or something in their garden from time to time. So it's pretty chill. No, it's reasonably chill. They're pretty good. I mean, when builder guy moved in next door, I can't remember whether we had Sophie at the time, but we definitely had the crows when he moved in. And when he came to view the house, we were super visible of just like, hey, look, you need to be aware of what you're moving next door to. You know what I mean? You need to be aware that, yeah, sort of thing. And Ryan was fortunately completely chill, so, and remains completely chill. Fair dues. Bird, what are you doing down here, bird? Bird. Sophie. Bird. What do you reckon, mate? So hey, this is Squerkington Manor. When Sophie talks about the grounds of Squerkington Manor, this is what she's talking about. This is the beautiful scenic outlook that she's looking at. We have to be really careful not to trip over, because ages ago I put some old breeze blocks and things on the floor, so you could walk to the bird tables and stuff without getting your feet dirty. But of course, in doing so, I generated a massive trip hazard because I didn't really think it through, because, as we have previously documented, I'm an idiot. See, this is the problem, you see. Sophie takes the sticks to the edge of her aviary, then lets go of them. And I have to collect them and post them back through. Well, that's the thing, you see, because in the summer I'll take them away, because it won't be an issue in the summer, because it doesn't rain in the summer here in the UK. It's pretty strictly a winter thing. But I do have a pair of wellies, but they're gigantic and really clumpy. And if you go to the bottom of the garden with the wellies on when it's wet, you only have to hose the wellies off before you bring them back into the house and stuff like that. Frankly, that's quite a lot of work, and I can't be bothered. See? Drop something. You're welcome. So yeah, this is Squerkington Manor. The thing I have to do, I hit my head on this every single time I come in to see Sophie. It's a Virginia creeper. It's quite a big Virginia creeper that was here, has been here for ages. And I sort of like connected it from the stick there, that managed from this stick here across to Sophie's aviary, and it goes over her roof slightly. but I have to stoop every single time. Why didn't I just put a slightly bigger stick in? Why did I not just put this up by, too tall? Yeah, that's very rarely been a problem for me. Like, I'm 5'6", so, being too tall for something is kind of an issue I don't have. I am going to, hang on 1 second, I am going to extend the selfie stick and see if I can offer it up to the... Nah. I thought I could sort of like sneak up on the crows, but they saw me coming a mile away. Oh, come on. Come on, gang. Are we all cool? We are all cool. Hey, it's close up on Rory and Khan. Yeah, he got into a bit of a tangle when he jumped onto the first step of that, but he's doing fine. You got it together. Yeah, they're getting a little bit huffy about me being that close to them. Right, push the selfie stick back down. There we go, and we're back. Oh, bird, you got disgusting cardboard. Oh, I can't change it to the wide angle, so there's a bit of the mesh in the way. Bird. What can you say? Yeah, I think 5'6" is the sort of like the one of the last heights you can legitimately call yourself a short ass, I think. But hey, I'm the same height as Tom Cruise, so there's that. Bird. What are you doing, Bird? Yeah, Tom Cruise is famously 5'6". Bird, what are you doing? I couldn't possibly comment. I couldn't possibly comment because I gather Tom Cruise has a very good legal team. The weird thing is about Tom Cruise is everyone says he's lovely. Everyone says he's really nice and really enthusiastic and really kind and everything like that, but he has got a really weird energy. He's got a really weird energy. But, everyone says he's lovely. Anyway, that was a weird aside. So thanks for coming, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little trip around the grounds of Squerkington Manor. And we'll see you all again real soon. Oh, hang on, I've got the lolly stick, haven't I? Yeah, you imagine Vin Diesel is massive, don't you? But I bet, yeah. So thanks for coming, everybody. If you don't follow Sophie on Twitter and would like to, her Twitter handle is @BreeSophieBree. She can't get to the lolly stick today. She can't get to the lolly stick in it. Or if you Google Sophie the Magpie, it has everything you need. Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you all again soon. Stay safe.